Hello, everyone. Hey, here we are in beautiful Winnipeg, and I am with my two good friends and also fellow real estate investors, not inventions. Yeah, this is so interesting because I'm here in Winnipeg, and I'm from Ontario. Marco is from Ontario, and of all places, like we've been wanting to meet in person, and of all places, we're actually meeting in Winnipeg. Gavin, of course, is from Manitoba, but you know what I want to do is actually introduce them to you, more like them introducing themselves, because they have very interesting stories. So, for example, like you're Marco Theodore.
Yes.
Gavin Kroeker. Kroeker. So that's
there you go.
There. So that's the proper pronunciation.
I've been saying it wrong myself too. So.
Oh, really?
People say it both ways, so you're not incorrect in saying Kroeker.
That's the way it's spelled.
You're only incorrect if you call me a cracker. I have gotten that one, usually from telemarketers.
Okay, so nobody call him a cracker.
Not really.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you're in Manitoba, and I think you have a great story. You're not literally in Winnipeg. You're 45 minutes away from Winnipeg. And what's the name of the town?
It's in Steinbach.
Steinbach.
Yeah.
45. And of course, you're in the real estate investing world. You're in the mindset of the real estate investing world, but you also have your own business. So, talk to us a little bit about your business, like what you guys do.
Yeah. So I own and operate a custom cabinetry shop, and so we do work for very high-end houses, as well as more like generic renovations and stuff like that. What our clients love the most about the company is that we're basically willing to do just about anything.
So, sorry.
We do just about pretty much anything.
Oh, you do anything, but it's all high-end.
And it's custom, right? So that makes it high-end, because it's like, if you have an opening this size, we'll build the cabinets to fit exactly the size of the opening, rather than taking, this 3-foot box and this 4-foot box, and there's a 6-inch gap on the side. Well, we'll just fill that window with some wood, right? No, like we'll build it to fit exactly where, like, often people will find like inspiration on Pinterest or Instagram or something, and they'll be like, hey, can you do this? So we do very, very interesting things, and no two kitchens are the same.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. They only do high-end stuff, and I'm
no
trying.
low ball.
No,
no low ball offers, guys.
So there's a deal that I'm looking at in Winnipeg, and it just needs like some TLC, and I'm trying to convince him to see if he can do that kitchen. But
we might be able to make something work out.
Okay, yeah, because that'd be great, because you could be good boots on the ground for Winnipeg. Yeah, so that's amazing. And so you're growing in the real estate world, real estate investing world. You have your own business in the kitchen, but you
Millwork.
Millwork,
yeah.
Okay.
Because we're doing some houses where we got like 15 different rooms, so we're doing like the kitchen and the butler's kitchen, which is also the pantry, and the mud room, and closets in the house. We've done like a winery. We do bars very often, like TV units, all kinds of stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Mostly in the way, most of your customers, or a lot of your customers,
I'd say
are in
like
Winnipeg.
60% in Winnipeg, 20% in Steinbach, and like 15 to 20% in like Kenora, like cottage country. So last year we had one job out there. We had to like load everything onto a barge, and then they would boat it across the water. It took an hour to get from the launch to the cabin, and then they would unload it there, and then we would install on an island in the middle of the lake.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Did you notice?
Yeah, I see. Picture of the boat looks like a little, like, what is it? A little ferry boat.
He's texting me from the office, and I'm showing him I was just suntanning on a barge waiting to get to the island. It's a good time.
Oh my God! And you're all probably wondering what Marco's doing here. Like, to me, it was a total surprise. So Marco learned about me being in Winnipeg. He says, "Oh my God, I'm going to Winnipeg too. I'm gonna go see Gavin." And I'm like, "Oh, so Marco must have some kind of a business, like a real estate investing business deal going on." Not at all, not at all. Like, tell us why you're here.
In July, I'm a little bored on my desk right before quitting, right? So I'm a full-time investor, practicing as well, like bookkeeping and controllership. So at my desk job right before quitting, I'm like, I need something to do. And I'm like, I text Gavin, first thing I do is text, how's Winnipeg? Oh, there's nothing here. And I'm like, great, I'll be there. So total random, just vacation vibe. Wanted to get away from business, but as you can see, business follows us everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's the benefits of Facebook, right? Because I said that I was here in Winnipeg, and Marco said, "Oh, you're in Winnipeg," and you too. You saw the thing, and you said, "Oh, I'm in Winnipeg." So that's amazing.
No other place to meet but in here. It's a beautiful place. You guys should visit it if you're ever in Winnipeg.
You haven't even seen anything of the city. He landed like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, well, I'm falling in love. But with Winnipeg. But I love the fact that you just decided to pick up and go, call Gavin, and you're not even here for business. You're just here to hang out.
Yeah.
And Gavin, that's so that's amazing that you said, bring it on. I'll take you around. I love this. Like, this is true friendship, true relationships. And that's really I really appreciate that. I love seeing this.
Yes.
And I was shocked by hearing the story. But I also wanted to do this because I was interested in knowing both of a little bit. Not too much. We don't really have too much time here. Yeah. But a little bit about your real estate investing journey and about yours as well. So we could start with yours. I know that you have well, first of all, I don't know if we've already spoken to them, but you pretty much quit your job, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of people that would love to do that in the real estate investing world. So that's one of the reasons why you're here. But at the same time, well, or on a separate note, you have an amazing deal going on, which you're raising funds.
That's right. We're raising capital currently. It's a beautiful. Actually, there's 2 properties that we're doing these work on. But the first one is. I'm into the land development space. That's a space I really want to focus on. I put a lot of work into learning and understanding the processes around that. So we are building 2 15-unit developments in West Ottawa in a prime location. And we move on now to we've done all our due diligence. Of course, you have to analyze the property, analyze the future vision that you have in mind. And everything makes sense. Everything makes sense for the investors primarily. And we're currently in the raising capital side of things, and my favorite part about it is telling the people how it is going to come about. It's like writing a book before even feeling the experience, and that itself is like it's a dream, right? It is a dream come true, and I want to bring that mindset over to people. That whatever you put into your mind, whatever that you visualize, whatever that you conceptualize, you can bring it about into reality. You could get people together and have a beautiful conversation about it, and just inspire people to think beyond just the regular day-to-day stuff.
Wow, I love that. Not only the project is amazing, 2 15-unit development projects.
That's right.
But the mindset.
Yes.
Look at this guy go. I'm so glad that we're meeting you in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg.
Of all places.
Well, Winnipeg is good. I'll let you guys know how it is by the end of my trip. But Otto will tell you there's a lot of opportunities here. It is a growing market.
Yes, I'm actually doing some walkthroughs, and I think I found a little home run. So touch wood. We'll and you know, Gavin could end up being boots on the ground. So that's a good thing about getting to know people that actually building relationships actually with people that are in other places, because you can always partner up with other people. In fact, I'm a true believer that you do more and you work better the more people that you bring in, right? And I think you're happier too.
Then everyone can work on what they're good at rather than trying to do everything and be like mediocre at the things that they're not good at.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of what Napoleon Hill described as the mastermind. It's people of different backgrounds but with similar vision, similar interests, as well as getting together with a will to work together and to achieve a single purpose. And I think this is beautiful about us being here together. There's a reason why we're here, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I love that book. In fact, I'm doing a little series on the mastermindings that we do in the network where we actually met, and I'm putting little blurbs about what Napoleon Hill said about masterminding.
Yes.
So he talks about how brains come together, and he compares brains to batteries. Anyway, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, you can check that series out. But Gavin, I also want to know a little bit about your real estate investing journey and or any projects that you're actually working on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So my real estate experience, to this point, I own a duplex that I manage myself, which has been phenomenal just in learning about management and how all that stuff works.
In Manitoba.
Right, in Manitoba, because Manitoba has much different rules than a lot of Canada.
Yes,
So
the rules.
while that's not something that I excel at, being in that space has caused me to learn a lot about it, which will benefit my decisions for the better in the future, right? Because I'll have first-hand experience with management, so I'll know better how to get a manager, right? So yeah, I have a few investment properties of my own. Now I'm trying to expand. Meanwhile, so like I have my cabinetry company that takes up a lot of my time. So I'm working to cultivate a asset that I can bring to working on deals with other people, right? So I'm trying to like single out whether it's like capital raising or deal acquisition. So I'm trying to figure out what my forte is.
Right.
That way I can bring that as my part of the deal rather than trying to do a whole deal on my own, right?
Yes.
So, and I think that's huge, where it's like owning like 5 to 10% of 10 different deals is so much more beneficial than owning one deal yourself.
Or better than owning 100% of nothing.
Right.
You guys know where it's at.
Yeah.
So I've worked on a couple deals. I haven't closed on anything. I'm kind of in this in-between space. I've looked at a few deals. I've considered some Airbnb stuff, but I think I really just need to like focus in, get things figured out, and figure out what my contribution to a deal would be, and then I can join in with other people.
Well, I do know that your experience with kitchens and your openness to being able to help other real estate investors in maybe doing some conversions, that in itself could be something that you would sell out already, because earlier you were telling me that you could actually subcontract somebody for flooring and somebody for
absolutely,
the roof.
because I'm interacting with those trades on a daily basis, right? Because
Yeah, so
kitchens don't go in by themselves. They need to have flooring in place. We have to wait till the walls are painted. Like, there's all kinds of other aspects to working in that industry.
yeah, and so you could in essence be a general contractor, but you also have a little bit of an idea about the rules in Winnipeg, right? Like, for example, I'm learning the tenant rules are very interesting, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm learning here is that you've got the tenant board,
Yep.
and then the tenant board sets the rate of rent for that building, and you cannot go past.
So when you build a brand new building, don't quote me on any of this because I'm not an expert. This is just what I've learned so far. I'm pretty sure when you build a new building, you have like a 25-year period where you can set the rent wherever you want.
Oh, great.
So that's why people love building new buildings, right? Because they smell fresh, you don't have any of the maintenance issues on them, and you can set the rents to whatever you want. When the rental tenancy board comes into play, you can only increase the rent by whatever the percentage increase is for that year, right? So it's like the rental guideline for this year is 1.5%. So you can increase all your rents by 1.5% this year. If you want to increase them more than that, you have to do an above guideline rental increase. So you have to like apply for it and show them like you're renovating this suite or like various things like
And
that.
it's effective value to it.
Right.
Making it work.
So, and the kicker is that if you have a unit sorry, all of this applies only 4 units plus.
Okay.
So if you have like a triplex or a duplex, it's kind of free game. You can do whatever you want. But when someone moves out,
Hey, that's an opportunity. Opportunity. If you guys have anything under 4 units, you can set your rent whatever you want.
so, where were we? So if someone moves out of a unit in a 4-unit building, when the next person moves in, you have to give them the same rent as that person that moved out.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I think, don't quote me either, but I think in Quebec it works that way
yeah.
too.
Quebec is very similar.
So you can't really move somebody in new and tell them, okay, the rent is this much now.
Right. Unless you went to the rental tenancy board.
Okay.
And either, I don't know exactly the process of it, but either you have to do it before you do the renovations, you have to apply for it, or you have to do it before you're like 20% done or something. I know the 20% is in there somewhere. But basically, then you can apply to have the rent increase higher due to things that you're doing to the property.
There you go. Okay, well there you go, everyone. So from a Manitoban himself, he would know better than us,
Right.
because you've been here more than us, more time. We're just passing through. But so that's really cool. So I mean, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye.
Yes. Before we do, I wanted to let everybody know that it doesn't matter where you are in Canada. There is opportunities everywhere, and the opportunities come down to what your mindset is, your net worth ability, and as well your general will and desire to complete your goals and your achievement and achieve those. I've been here for 2-3 hours, and the first 30 minutes, I'm like, there's an opportunity here. This is a flip. What is this building here?
No, that was not what. The first thing he did was complain about how old all the buildings were. And then he started to see the opportunity.
Right. But all of that to say, no matter where you are, if you're able to connect beautiful relationships like these, no matter what city, you will find the right people, you will find the right opportunity. So that's my little kicker for today.
I love that. Gavin, any goodbye thoughts? Any final thoughts?
No, I just think meeting new people is an amazing thing, and just learning to see the investment.
And this guy has been amazing, by the way.
They're great too. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, like there's opportunities around everywhere, and you just have to train your eyes and mind to like see them, right? Like it's so easy just to walk down the street and not talk to anybody, right? But if you talk to people, there's opportunities to build friendships, right? And it's the same in real estate. Like you can walk around and see buildings and just, they're buildings, they look alike, right? But the more you look and the more you see that there's opportunities around every corner.
Excellent. I love that. And I have to share one thing that has stuck with me recently. Thanks to meeting with people such as yourself and everybody operating at such a high frequency level. And we kind of know this stuff, but somehow somebody told me this recently. It just stuck with me. We should never forget, it's really all about the journey. Success and failure are opposite sides of the same thing. So we should just enjoy the journey, move on, and never give up.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for doing this with me. And one more time, how do they connect with you, Gavin?
I'm on Instagram and Facebook, Gavin Kroeker, or my investment company is True Investment, also on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
True Investments.
Yeah.
Mark,
Right. You can connect with me via email, billionaire@gmail.com, or on Facebook and Instagram. You can also connect with me personally at Marco Theodore. I'd love to hear about your story, your journey. Let's connect, let's build a relationship.
I love it. One more handshake.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, bye for
right.
now.
Bye for now.
Yeah.